All right, so what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of 2 a.m. in Sweden, aka We Got Next. I am one of your hosts of the show, Hayes at AO Shifty, with the one, the only Steven at Steven underscore Springs. Steven, we're doing a lot today, and we were just talking about before we got on the show. I don't know how it's going to end up working out, but how are you doing? How's life treating you?
First things first. I've had this jersey for, um, man, I'm 33. I probably had this jersey for 15 years, I guess, or however long he's been in the league. It's probably the first time I can actually, first time, by only time I'll ever be able to wear this jersey. This was gifted to me by my aunt, God rest her soul. My aunt Susan gave me a Jared Allen Viking jersey. You've seen this jersey before.
I thought so. Yeah,
It's from 2010. It was their 50th anniversary season.
Damn.
I mean, this is as authentic of a jersey as you can get. Like, it's stitched. It's heavy, dude. This is the heaviest jersey I've ever had in my life. So in honor of Jared Allen, gonna rock this today.
Okay.
I'm gonna go full Nelly early 2000s mode and go backwards to rep Jared Allen, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Damn, that is thick. So I'm gonna rep Jared Allen today.
Okay,
but shout out to him. And he was number 69, so like that's even better. That makes it even better.
Insane. He was before his time with that one.
Yeah, but I was telling you about my kids before this. So my wife bought a purse, a bag, and it came with a little perfume thing. Just one of those small little tubes, right? Both kids sprayed it. So Mia sprayed it first. Horrible smell. Horrible, dude. Strong as can be. Like lingering. And I kept walking around the kitchen like, what the fuck? What is that smell?
Yeah.
And I saw it on the counter. I picked it up and I was like, Mia. I said, Brooke, who sprayed this? And she said, Mia did. I was like, Mia, do you like smell yourself? And dude, she stunk. I was like, you have to go take a shower. Like, please go take a shower. It's all over you. She did. She still stinks. Mason.
Oh my God.
This is like an hour and a half later. Mason, we were going upstairs to do bedtime just now. And Mason was like, now I smell. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I sprayed it. I'm like, what do you mean? What? The little bottle? He's like, yeah. I'm like, where? Bro, all over his hands.
No.
All over his hands. Dude, if I lit a match, his hands would have caught on fire. And it's just like, I didn't have to go like this. I could smell from here. And he's like, do I need to take a shower? I'm like, go wash your hands. I don't know. Maybe that'll do something. He comes back, smells even worse. I'm like, yeah, you gotta go soak in the shower. And I'm like, dude, every possible soap that you can use, just put them on your hands and just clean it for like 10 minutes. Hot water. I mean, it didn't really do much, but like, bro, come on. Why? The whole house stinks. We have 3 candles going, 3 different scents, all in the kitchen.
You smell in the basement?
Bro, stinks. Stinks, bro. You've been to my house. Stinks. Yeah. I'm like, Mason, what the hell, man? Like, why? And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, I was genuinely mad at him.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that was an hour and a half
ago. Coming off last week too.
That was an hour and he's a problem. Love the kid, but we might get interrupted here in a second by that.
Okay.
But keep going.
So the funny part about that is I brought it up before the show that I wanted to actually ask you. So I had to get a package from downstairs in my building, and then it just so happened that the 2 elevators.
I'm still here, by the way.
No, you're fine. It just so happened that the 2 elevators were on piece to the ground floor at the same time. So I got in the first one. The dad behind me got in, and then his kid was like, "No, I want to get in the other one." He was like, "What do you mean you want to get in the other one?" "I want to race you." So if you're a child, and I had a lot of thoughts. I don't have kids.
Hold that thought. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll finish the rest of the story for everyone that's out there, and then I'll be able to explain it more. And then while Steven's gone, I'll end up bringing up what happened today on one of the infamous trips that we ended up going on. So I got in the elevator. The dad behind me got in the elevator. This couple behind the dad got in the elevator with me. And then the kid was like, I want to get in the other elevator. So the couple, they pushed floor one. Number one, anyone that knows me, that's a pet peeve of mine. Why the hell are you going to get on to go up one floor? I get it. Some people need to. If you have disability, cool. I understand. They didn't. They could have easily have just gone up or just waited for the next elevator. The next people that ended up, the dad, he was going to 5. I was going to the 3rd floor. So I'm thinking in my head, this child should easily be able to beat us. We have to stop at 1, 3, and then we'll end up going to 5 for his floor. All right. So first floor happens. He gets off. Well, the couple gets off. Cool. I'm thinking at this point, if I'm the dad, I'm like, where the hell is the child at? Like, why did he really say, you know what? You can end up getting in the other elevator. 3rd floor happens. I get off. I look. The other elevator is only on the 2nd floor. So, mind you, the kid had nobody else in this elevator. So, Steven, if you had any of your kids that said, I want to get in the elevator to race you, number one, are you going to say yes? Number two, what are you going to do if you get to the top before they get to the top?
Okay, so what's the scenario?
Okay. So both elevators were on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Same time. I get in the elevator and then the dad gets in my elevator. The son says, I want to race you, dad, to see if I can get to the top first.
Yeah.
I get off at the 3rd. Dad's getting off at 5. There's a couple that also gets in the elevator. So dad says yes. All right, what the hell? Let him get in the other elevator. The race is to floor 5. Couple gets off at 1. I get off at 3. He's getting off at 5. So we have to stop 2 times before we get to his. The kid is just his own. Are you letting your child race you to the top, or are you saying just get in the elevator with me?
How old was the kid?
Maybe 8.
No.
Okay.
No. Just like there's too many things that can go wrong. Like, no, it's not worth it. Like, I'll be fine, but the kid's probably gonna panic.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't no way, dude. Now, if they're like 12, 13, whatever, like, sure, yeah, because they can handle that situation and no one's gonna really panic. But like a 6-year-old and 8-year-old, no way, dude. No way. No.
Yes. So that was my thinking because of the fact, what if some shit happened? Number one, how would you feel if you get to the top and you realize the other elevator gets stuck? Then what you gonna do?
Yeah, dude. Like I said, too many things can go wrong. Too many things, dude.
Yep.
And I just don't. No one wants to deal with that. If you're a parent, no one wants to deal with those types of situations.
Yeah.
Like, no.
So that was the main thing over there on that side. The other part that I wanted to get into, just going into all the different segues, quick slants. How's that been? How did, for anyone that did not listen to the breakdown of the positions, go a little bit, don't give it all away, but what are your thoughts? You do have 12 people listening to you right now.
Oh, word. Yes. Hang on. I need to take this fucking jersey out, dude. This thing is.
So so shout out to Jared Allen, although we have to go straight with Penn State on this one. But
yeah,
give us a little bit about quick slants.
My bad. Yeah. Put another one out today. You mentioned the position breakdowns last week at the schedule breakdown. Spent way more time going over the roster and the depth chart and position groups, all that stuff, ranking them, doing that whole thing. Close to an hour episode, so I don't anticipate getting as many views as I normally do, but be happy with whatever I get.
Yeah,
spending some more time on it. Gonna have Jay Hill on in a couple weeks, probably the week before the season starts. He's back at camp next week, I think it is. So give him some time to be around the boys, see what the vibe's like, and then we got some Q&A for him. But yeah, this is week 3 so far, coming up quick. Coaches poll came out. Penn State's ranked 3rd in the country, behind Ohio State, behind Texas and Ohio State, respectively. So they meet week 1 in Columbus. But AP poll comes out, I think, in a couple weeks or a week or so. So, like I said before, if Penn State is ranked number 1 in the country heading into this season, yeah, I mean, the vibes are going to be, I'm going to be so hard to listen to. It's going to be arrogant about it too, for sure.
So see, that's the big thing, at the fact that the season's right around the corner. It seems as though summer goes by quick, which means football season's right back around. And then we get here, football season goes by so fast, and then it's back to the same thing. We're trying to figure out, all right, how's the whole offseason going to go? We're here. Just one thing I would say, who's the main person you're looking to watch this season?
Are you talking about on Penn State?
Penn State.
Or in general?
Penn State.
Oh, man, we have a really loaded team. We have, so much talent. I'm going to say either Drew Aller, our quarterback, because I think he can be one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the country. But then also we have this linebacker, Tony Rojas. Man, I think he's probably going to be one of the better defensive players in the country. Probably our best player on defense this year. So number 13, he had a pick 6 against SMU in the first round of the playoffs. He's going to be a problem. So Drew Aller and or Tony Rojas, I think will be those two guys will probably be the MVPs of offense and defense when the season's over with.
So you brought that up, Penn State. Before then, you brought up Texas and then also Ohio State. I have a dilemma for you. So for anyone that knows, Steven and I are going to the opening game of Texas that they have first week in September. Everyone also knows their big meetup that they always have, the Red River Rivalry. And with that one, it's Oklahoma against Texas. So your boy is able to get tickets. I don't get to get them until like another week or two. I'm looking at prices right now for them. For 2 tickets, it's $1,300. So my question to you is, do you go to the game or do you sell them?
I would say sell them because Oklahoma's not that good this year. I know that's like very contradicts a lot of things that I say like about college football and like those games. But if it was like if they were top 5 or top 10, I would say definitely go. But Oklahoma's unranked for the first time since like 99. So that tells you where they're at. But 1,300 bones is a lot of money these days, bro. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Like it's always a lot of money. I don't care what people say. $1,300, that's $1,300 you didn't have before. So $1,300 a piece, you said?
No, for 2.
Okay, still. So I would sell, unless that game. When do you have to sell them by?
The day of.
Okay, where? Oh yeah, you're good.
That's
I would say unless Oklahoma becomes powerhouse and they move up to the top 10 or so, and it's one of those games, sell them.
Yeah, that was the big thing I was thinking on. Same part, it's an every year thing. It would be different if they do a home and away series and you never know if they're going to end up playing them again. But it's one of those big time rivalries of, all right, maybe not this year, maybe next year. We're already going to 1. So that's the big thing. And I know the other part is because Arch Manning is there. Some people just want to see one of the Manning lineage.
That game, if they beat, like, let's say, I know they're playing at San Jose State, but it's the week after they play Ohio State. And if they beat them in Columbus and Arch has a huge game, like the vibes are going to be that much higher in Austin, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah. So that's another reason, Steven, why I'm looking forward to that game, because they have such high hopes for Texas this year. You don't know what's going to happen. They also, of course, are talking about who's going to be at the top of the draft boards year after year. Some teams are already starting their prep for how do we get this Manning child. So I'm curious. I'm really curious of how that game's going to go. Number one, is it just going to be a shootout for Texas, just passing touchdown after passing touchdown, or are they somehow, some way going to underestimate their opponent and it's just going to be a close game, and that's not necessarily what it's going to be?
I mean, Ohio State's going to be in every game because they have Jeremiah Smith. So
100%.
I hope it's one of those games. Like, I really do. I love that it's in Columbus and not like Atlanta. I love that it's in Columbus. Been there. That place is gonna be, the shoe's gonna be on fire. It's gonna be great. I really hope Arch has like 350, 4 touchdowns. And I really hope Jeremiah Smith has like 260 and like 3 TDs. And like,
Dog, my guy
it's,
is
you know,
gonna go off.
I hope it's one of those games. I think it's gonna be a good game regardless, but I really hope it's one of those games. Could be a classic because it's number 1 versus number 2.
Yeah.
The only negative thing is that it's a noon game.
Yeah.
Really, like this is one of those games you really wish was
night,
like a night game for sure. But whatever, I'll take what I can get, right?
Yeah. So before we end up getting into the NFL and a big story that ended up coming out today, you want to talk WNBA?
No.
All right. So now we'll end up going into the NFL. And something that happened in the NFL, Steven, it's been brewing, but it just now happened. I really want your thoughts on. So Disney is buying NFL Network and Red Zone distribution rights. In return, the NFL will get 10% stake in ESPN. What are your thoughts on this? Because in the words of reality TV, this 100% start to sound messy. And also people have investments in this stuff.
I really hope it's not like what's happening with like the product itself. Like behind the scenes stuff is whatever. It's always going to be messy, but like the product itself that we watch every Sunday, like, are you really like bold enough to change it and like really take away like what we've been using for the last like 15 years?
Yeah.
Right. Like the way it's produced, it's like it's the best. It's like it's so smooth. I mean, it's great. It's a great product they have. I just hope they don't change it by bringing in like Stephen A. Smith or the other personalities on there that just bring it down. Scott Hansen does a great job. It's all you need, dude. It's all you need. I just hope they don't change it. Like the money, whatever. But it doesn't change until next year, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
well,
like it's still going to be what it is like currently this season,
correct.
I believe, and then it starts next season, right?
Okay,
so there's a silver lining and everything, and that's it. Then we still get one more season of it, so that's fine. We can revisit it down the line, but I just hope they don't change it. Like, and change the product and change the layout and the format and how it's done. Like, it's fine the way it is.
Yeah,
don't need to change.
My big reason why I brought that up is you now have a professional sport that has investment in the media right company, and I don't want the NFL then to try and skew with the narrative and how things are being broadcast and shown. I don't want it to be that, although Troy Aikman and Joe Buck don't do this, or Field Yates or none of them really don't do it to that extent. But if they want to give their honest thoughts on how the league is doing, I don't want it to then be now the NFL says because we have a minority stake in ESPN, you cannot say certain things. Same way how Tom Brady can't say anything negative about the refs because now he's a minority owner in the Raiders. I don't want that to become the case for ESPN. And then they start to change up how it is. Or then, I don't know, if Randy Moss says some shit the NFL doesn't like, then ESPN lets him go because they said some shit.
Right.
And that's the part that is a little concerning. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but I know Disney was saying ESPN was falling off. So, of course, they needed to find ways to bring in this investor money. And a powerhouse deal like this, ESPN and NFL, it's almost like the NCAA working with CBS, and then the NCAA has 10% in CBS. Then people are going to say, all right, well, sorry, Turner Sports. People are going to start to say, why are you guys having an investment in that? Because then you're going to skew a narrative, or it's going to be a certain player. If you really don't want it to be, let's say, Jamar Chase, you really don't like his antics and certain things, you really want it to just be Ladd McConkey, I don't want the NFL to skew that narrative and make it Ladd McConkey as the face or the whatever it might be. So that's the big thing on that side. Other part I wanted to bring up with you is, did you hear the story that your boy Max Crosby broke?
No, what?
No more smelling salts during the game.
I literally I'm looking on ESPN.com right now, and one of the top headlines is George Kittle complaining about that. What's the deal? They're banning them?
Yes. So it was George Kittle, actually. Max Crosby brought it up too, but George Kittle was in the middle of someone else on the team was talking. Fred Warner was talking to NFL Network, and he ended up saying, they're banning smelling salts all during the game. George Kittle was saying that that's something that he really used every single drive. Smelling salts and ammonia inhalants are all banned during the game. They're saying it can mask the potential signs of a concussion, which is true, but they want to now have it out there that none of them can use it. I don't know why the NFL would do something if they know it might end up hurting the brand. Because if you're doing it, and I want the health of everyone to be good, that's number one. But if some of these players we've seen, and I forget who it was last year, that they gave them smelling salts secretly, came back in the game, you know that concussions are going to increase a little, or are you going to give them something else to have? But thoughts on that one?
I think it's such a weird topic.
Yep.
Have you ever done smelling salts, by the way?
Only once.
Really? I've never done it before. I don't really want to. It looks painful as shit. But I guess it does what it needs to do. I mean, the NFL is always going to err on the side of player safety and health.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if they don't want to, like they have to, obviously, right? Like they can't. They talk all this shit about concussions and they, how they want to minimize them and this and that and the penalties, all that kind of stuff. Over the last however many years, this is one of those things that can, help with concussions. Great, we'll do it. Sign us up. Whether we want to do it or not, we know we have to. We gotta back it up what we're saying. So it's not surprising, I guess, that they would ban something like that because of that. But like that's such a weird topic.
Yeah.
It's not surprising, right?
Not really,
right? Like no, fine.
It makes sense as to why. I get that.
So
the other part is, go ahead.
Without reading the article, do they say what the penalty is if you pet, or like how do they even know? Like, can they test you for it? Or what the hell?
I really don't know that much. I know some sort of, it's going to be an ugly fine that they'll end up getting. That's one thing for sure.
Interesting.
Other part is, so you all probably know that Mike Williams did retire, which good for him. He needed to. But on the flip side now, Keenan Allen has signed to come back to the Chargers. I don't know what it is about this year. Everyone's going back to their home places, no matter the sport. Right. Damian Lillard did it. Of course, I know some Chris Paul did it as well. And now you have this in the NFL, Keenan Allen going back. It could have been Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, but it's just Keenan Allen right now. So any thoughts? I know he's not the number one. Ladd McConkey's the number one over there. But what are your thoughts on that one?
No, good for him.
Yeah.
Finish where he started, I guess. I don't know what the expectations are, but good for him. I have no issues with Keenan Allen whatsoever. Good for him.
I feel it opens up and helps Rome Odunze now on the Bears, whereas he can now become the number 2 option. DJ Moore is still number 1, but Rome Odunze can shine a little more. Caleb Williams can figure out that duo as to what they want to do over there. But none of this is what you guys came for. The 17 people that are listening to us right now live, you guys came for this fantasy football rankings. I know it's coming about that time of the year. Steven and I will talk about the mechanics and workings of what just happened in ours. Shout out to Max. But we're going to talk about the quarterback position right now. So what we end up doing is a top 10, and we can do honorable mentions. Do you want to start? You want me to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
I know you can start. You can start.
Okay, so just as
real quick. CBS Sports just released their top 136 rankings. Penn State's at number 2 behind Texas.
Really? Okay.
Fucking
see,
idiot.
that's solid.
All right. Anyway, back to the rankings.
Just giving everyone caveating all of this, we're going to have probably around the same top 10 to 11 in a very different order. It happens a lot of the time. We get the same names, same with what happened to tight ends. But I'll give a little bit of a basis as to where I'm going with all of this. Honorable mentions to start. I have Justin Herbert. Reason why I have Justin Herbert as my honorable mention, he had a solid year last year. Again, he did get a rookie wide receiver that is coming in there. He has Ladd McConkey, another year in the Harbaugh offense. Then you also have Omarion Hampton and you have Najee Harris over there. So different weapons out the backfield for him to throw to. Last year, passing wise, he did have a 3,800-yard passing season. He did have 23 touchdowns with 3 interceptions. Very solid. Only thing is, and this doesn't impact it on the fantasy world, it impacts it in the real world. He did have 41 sacks, and you can't get sacked 41 times. One of the leaders last year was Caleb Williams in sacks, and that was 68. But just for comparison purposes, Justin Herbert had 41 sacks, Josh Allen had 14, Lamar Jackson had 23. And you have your quarterback on his back all
68 times last year.
Huh?
Caleb Williams got sacked 68 times last year.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yikes.
That's terrible, Steve.
That's tough, dude. That is
You're
tough.
not going to go anywhere with something like that. But so Justin Herbert's numbers, he did have 332 completions on 3,800 yards. That's my honorable mention. Number 10. He got overshadowed, and I brought this up a lot when I was talking about Rookie of the Year. Of course, it went to Jaden Daniels, but Bo Nix. Number 10 is Bo Nix. He ended up throwing for 29 passing touchdowns, had roughly 3,800 passing yards. Again, sacks-wise, 24. I'm bringing up sacks because that also leads to injuries. If you are getting sacked more, the likelihood of you getting more injuries will happen that way, so you need a solid offensive line. His offensive line did get better. He also does have good running backs. That's another thing. He has Cortland Sutton as well over there. So he has weapons to end up working with. Evan Ingram is there as well. Steven brought him up last week. So Bo Nix is number 10. Number 9, he can finish 25th or he can finish number 9. And that is Sir Video Gamer himself, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray had 3,800 passing yards, and Kyler Murray had 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That ratio is not good no matter how you look at it. You can't really be doing essentially 2-1 a lot of these times. You have to get more on the passing touchdown side. Another thing I do want to see from him is he did have 572 rushing yards with 5 touchdowns. I want to see him use his legs a little bit more to help out, whether it is Marvin Harrison or even Trey McBride. Both of those can be helpful with it. James Conner, he has out the backfield, so that's another one that I feel can help him increase his passing yards that he did have. Completion percentage was 68%. That's ranking amongst the top. The highest you end up seeing is Jared Goff at 72.4%. So Kyler Murray is a more accurate quarterback. We just need to see him increase that passing yards to get over the 4,000 mark. With the receivers he has and another year in that offense, he should be good. Number 8, Sir Jared Goff. And Jared Goff had the highest completion percentage at 72.4, 4,600 passing yards. He has stellar weapons around him between David Montgomery. He has Jahmyr Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and also Sam Laporta. All those weapons should end up helping him out there. Again, one of the best trades that I've seen out there in the league was Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff. Touchdowns-wise, 37 to 12 interceptions. That's mainly the reason why I put him there. Number 7, Baker Mayfield. A lot of us know what he did last year, 4,500 yards, based off of where he did come from. So Baker Mayfield I have at number 7. Number 6, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels was just a solid dude last year. What he did for the Commanders, hopefully he gets Terry McLaurin. We don't know. I know some people have said there might be a trade for Terry McLaurin and then Tyreek Hill. Who the hell knows if that's going to happen? He does have Deebo Samuel. He does have Zach Ertz as well. So he has solid weapons to work with over there. But I have Jaden McDaniels, second year in this offense. He should end up doing well there. Number 5, the Super Bowl champion, Jalen Hurts. Another year, tush push is still around, or whatever you want to end up calling it. He did not have a lot of passing yards. For a lot of people that probably doesn't know that, only had 2,900 passing yards, but he made a lot of it on the ground. He had 14 rushing touchdowns, and a lot of those were at the goal line. He had 630 rushing yards. That finished within the top 6 of rushing yards for quarterbacks. And he has A.J. Brown. He has Devontae Smith. He has Dallas Goedert and also Saquon Barkley. So he does have the weapons to increase that. But if you're winning this way, what's the need to end up increasing the amount of times you're throwing it when you have all these weapons around you that can do work for you? Number 4, Joey B. That's all I got to say. He had 4,900 passing yards. Arguably could have won the MVP if his team was doing better. But on the other side, that defense is some shit. So that's really what's going to hurt him. the offensive line is some shit as well, because Joe Burrow was another one that got sacked a lot. Joe Burrow got sacked 48 times. My guy was on his ass all of the goddamn time. He got both his receivers signed, T. Higgins and also Jamar Chase. So they're going to put up monster numbers. They will be a part of my receiver rankings that I end up doing over there. But Joe Burrow did have 43 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Skylar Murray, pay attention to that because you need to have numbers similar to that one. Number 3, Patty Mahomes. Don't need to say much about that. He's just always going to be in the top 5 regardless until he essentially falls off or that contract just falls off too. Number 2 and number 1. Some people might be able to guess the order I put it in, but number 2, I have Josh Allen. Again, this is not real life NFL top 100. This is more on the fantasy side of it. And Josh Allen had a sensational year, MVP year that he had. He had 12 rushing touchdowns, 28 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 531 rushing yards, and then he had 3,700 passing yards. Another year with this team, he should do well. He has Dawson Knox, Don Kincaid. Keon Coleman, please do something, man. That's all I ask of you. Then you have James Cook. So they should do well on that side for Josh Allen. He's going to continue to use the legs. The same way Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green built that stadium, the Chase Center, is the same way this new stadium right here for the Buffalo Bills got built because of Josh Allen. In order for that to happen, fantasy-wise, he has to keep doing well because on the field, you're going to see a lot of it. I do hope he wins the Super Bowl within the next 3 to 4 years. If he doesn't, it's going to be a lot of sad people up in Buffalo because this is your window. And number 1, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, arguably fantasy-wise, was one of the top performers. He had 434 fantasy points last year, 4,100 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Take note, Kyler Murray again. Rushing yards, he had 915, and that's also with Derrick Henry in the backfield too. 4 rushing touchdowns because Derrick Henry took a lot of those goal line touchdown work. The other part is he was 66.7% completion percentage. So going through it again, honorable mention, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, number 10, Kyler Murray, 9, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels rounds out 8 through 6, Jalen Hurts, 5, Joe Burrow, 4, Patrick Mahomes, 3, Josh Allen, 2, Lamar Jackson, number 1. And I turn it over to you for our 22 viewers that are listening. Steven, what you got for us?
Wow. Okay. Good stuff. So you had Justin Herbert as an honorable mention. Okay. My honorable mentions, I have a lot. Baker Mayfield, who you had at you had Baker at what? 7. I have Russell Wilson on there as well. You never know with Russ. Wild card.
You don't.
You did not mention him whatsoever. I got Jared Goff as honorable mention. You had him at 8.
Damn.
I got CJ Stroud on this list. I got Trevor Lawrence on this list. I got Bo Nix as honorable mention. You have him at 10. So there's a lot of good quarterbacks, but those honorable mentions, you don't know where you're gonna get from them. Maybe.
No.
Okay, number 10. This is gonna be a shocker. I got Patrick Mahomes at number 10.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's got to start to decline.
Yeah,
and it's not like they're still gonna be the Chiefs, but they're not gonna be the Chiefs of what they were 3-4 years ago. They're just getting up there in age, and Travis Kelce, he's got to find a new target, like a new weapon. Is going to be Xavier Worthy, maybe, I don't know, but I also don't think Patrick Mahomes needs to have crazy numbers for them to win, for them to be successful. I think it helps, obviously, but I don't think he needs to put up the numbers he was putting up with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce 4 or 5 years ago. So I got Mahomes up there. Number 9, I got Kyler Murray. We both have him at number 9. Wait. Yeah, we both got Kyler Murray number 9. Yeah. I don't need to say anything. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have a monster season, so I think that'll help him, obviously. Number 8, I got Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott could have a monster year, dude. Monster season. I have no feelings about the Cowboys whatsoever. I think it's great comedy, but I don't hate the Cowboys. I don't hate Dak Prescott. He was nice in college when he was at Mississippi State. He's been great in the league too. Been hurt, but I think with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, again, this is all based on potential and what we all think that this team could potentially do if they get it together. If George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb both get together and they're both playing at their best, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
And Dak Prescott obviously is gonna benefit from that more than anybody. So he could have like a 4,500 yard, 45, 50 touchdown season for sure with those two guys.
Yeah.
Because they can both go double digits. So I think he could have a big season. 6, we have the same guy, Jane Daniels.
Yeah.
I'm big on him. Sophomore slump, maybe. But even
Who do you have at 7?
Jalen Hurts. Sorry. I was looking ahead. I'm sorry. I was looking ahead number 6. Jalen Hurts, again, he doesn't need to have a big season, but he'll have every now and then he'll have one of those big games where he needs to put up 300 yards or, maybe 150 receiving or rushing and passing. So you never know with him though as well. He could be off this list. He can be outside the top 10 but they'll still be great. 6, Jane Daniels. Number 5, I got Justin Herbert. That was a big one. Wow. Your boy Herbs. 5, I got Justin Herbert. I feel like he's bound to have another good season. I don't know. I feel like he's due for like a almost 4,000 yard, 40 touchdown season type of thing, and breakthrough into the playoffs because he's been shit in the playoffs. Number 4, also going to surprise people. I got Aaron Rodgers at number 4.
Wow. Okay.
As a Steelers fan, this season for the Steelers, me blatantly being a Steelers fan right now,
let's get 500.
I'm all in, dude. Like Super Bowl or bust. Let's go.
Okay. That defense.
I think this. But like if you from everything I pay attention to at training camp, everyone's in it for one season. Like they're like, let's just go all out for this season and see what we can come up with. And you got Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf. So I think this could be a big season for the Steelers. And I think Aaron Rodgers could. I mean, shit, dude. It seems like he's fine. Him and Tomlin probably don't even talk to each other. But like they know what's up. Like they're all business. So I think he could have a big season. Number 3, I got Burrow. 2, I got Josh Allen. Number 1, I got Lamar Jackson. So again, I figured the top of the food chain for the quarterbacks would be about the same. I thought maybe you put Josh Allen at number 1, but fantasy wise, good pick, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. So for everyone out there, because Steven, you know where I'm going with this. During the season, you're going to get all the Baltimore Ravens hate. Steven gave his one praise right now for Lamar Jackson. So now he's eligible to do whatever he wants to do.
Now, Christian, you said it too. This is not real life, how we feel about these quarterbacks real life.
Exactly.
This is strictly fantasy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how I feel about Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
So, it's all fantasy.
Next part is, what do you want next week? Do you want actually we might have time for 3. Do you want wide receiver, running back, or defense?
Let's do defense. We'll save that for that.
Yeah. Because that's one usually a lot of people don't always think about, but I feel that's a good one. If we have time, we'll do kicker. I don't know. That's going to be a long one to end up doing research on, but we'll do defense next week. And that'll leave us with the running back and wide receiver. Steven, the next part that I wanted to bring up is fantasy football time is coming. It's right around the corner. I was texting one of my buddies in our league, and you probably know as well as anyone else. So there was one guy in the league that drafted 2 quarterbacks back-to-back super early, drafted a bunch of different commanders. And I texted my friend. I said, your boy kicked him out the league because we are not having that. This is about the brand. And we're not about to have someone getting 2 to 3 quarterbacks and then asking to trade one of the quarterbacks right after the draft ends. That's not how this league is going to go. And then you don't make the playoffs. Nope. So no, we're not doing this all around. Even the person at the bottom of the league said, you know what? We're going to try a lot harder this year. Some shit happened. I think he had Christian McCaffrey. He had some random person. Once you pick Christian McCaffrey, your season was done last year. There was no kind of making up for any of that. Thoughts going into this year for fantasy football. Also, congratulations on another year not in your dynasty league anymore. That is major. I feel it every single day. If I look at my phone, you're going to see notifications of something about the dynasty league. But what are your thoughts on the upcoming season for NFL fantasy football?
Ugh, dude. You texted me about fantasy football today. I'm just like, come on. Like, you don't have to text me anymore. Like, I know what we're doing. Just send me the link. I'll be there for the draft. And then I'm not going to accept any trades. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm saying right now, dude. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
minimal effort is going into this. I will set my lineup every week. I promise you that. But no, unless I am pressed to do so, I will not be doing any trades.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my draft. I'll do a little bit of research. I'll have a good team. I promise you that. But that's it. And by now you know this, so this is just for everybody else to know more so than you, obviously.
Yeah. So other part
how many
two
leagues
that
are you
is,
in, by the way?
I think I have 4. Yeah. I've consolidated a lot. I used to do 6, had to cut off 2. We're at 3 or 4 solid ones that I do every single year. One of them, I was texting Tiana as well because I'm in her, she's in mine. So we're just both in those. So that's 2 right off the bat. Where we used to work in the beginning, I've been in that league. So my goal is to just win that, then I'll retire. I just have to win and then I can just stop. I've gotten too close at this point. And then I have another dude that's in our league. I'm in his league. So it's just those 4 that I kind of close myself off to. If anyone else tries to ask me to be a part of theirs, it's probably going to be a no, unless you have a rare incentive. Like you're almost sponsoring me to be in that league and I don't have to worry about anything. And you're going to do some shit for the show. That's the only way I'll be in the league. Can't even promise you it's going to be my best effort. But that's all we have right now. What you got?
Oh man, I'm just so focused on Penn State football right now. Like there's always there's new preseason lists coming out every day. You know, some publication has one. Preseason award lists are out, and all American lists, all Big Ten lists, whatever, and Penn State's littered all over them. This Bruce Feldman is a college football writer. He does like his top 100 freaks list of college football.
Yeah,
Penn State had the most, 5 on the list.
Dang.
So like the vibes are real, and it's gonna be big season, dude. Big season
solid.
for PA sports, man. Telling you.
Yeah.
Steelers, Eagles, Super Bowl with the Penn State winning a national title. My head would explode. My head would explode. Could you imagine Pennsylvania would burn to the ground if
it would be stupid? Yeah.
Like half of Pennsylvania would burn to the ground. It'd be great.
Yeah.
So just the vibes are high, and we're gonna get super deep into the weeds of Penn State football coming up in a couple of weeks. And the season, it will be here in 25 days.
Yeah, it will. So I'm gonna give you guys one. I can't say a lot of context on this because I don't want to get anyone in trouble for it. But I think for Steven and I's sake, I want to bring it up. So I texted Steven earlier about field trips. So I went on one with kids in the area. I used to work at this job, help them out sometimes. It's the culture of being a counselor is so different from when I did it or when we used to do camps compared to now, because the area that I help, it's a more affluent, wealthier area of kids. Parents have some of the nicest cars and homes and wedding rings ever. That's all I'm going to say. So we all get on the bus. It's 6 counselors that get on the bus. When I'm watching them all prep to get on the bus, I see one person have a pillow, one person have a blanket. And I'm thinking, hold on. So when we get on this bus, are y'all not going to watch the kids? Soon as we get on the bus and they put the movie on for our 2-hour drive, the one person puts the pillow on the window, goes to sleep. The other one puts the blanket on them along the 2 seats and just goes to sleep. Another one said, oh, I didn't wake up until 10 minutes before we got to our destination. That's how you know you have some of the best kids and kids that are not going to do shit. Because if you were in the hood or in like some bad area, you cannot go to sleep on that bus.
No.
You also can't have all the counselors in the front of the bus. They have to be spread out. So that's all the information I'm going to give you guys. I do really want to say thank you to everyone that watched this episode. This is probably the most people we've had on any of our shows. So we're probably going to do it again. Again, we have it on YouTube live right now. We have it on Kick. And then we also have it on Twitter. So streaming on those 3. Didn't know how it was going to go. It went solid. Looking forward to next week when we talk about the defenses. Until then, we out.
Peace.